Hello my friends and viewers, this video will be pretty unusual because I had decided to try a pretty new type of combat ship. It is a Soviet armored gunboat MBK project 186 or MBK project number 186. MBK or MBK in English means малый бронированный катер, small armored boat. It is a boat specifically designed in the end of World War II on the somewhere between 1944 and 1945 for patrolling coastal areas and also rivers. It is armed with two 85mm cannons similar to those which were used on the T-34-85 medium tank. However, the turrets are a bit different and they are not as armored as their tank counterparts. The main feature of this gunboat is its armor and strong artillery armament. It has two 85mm cannons and each high explosive shell of every cannon of each cannon carries around 800 grams of TNT, almost a kilogram of TNT, which make these guns pretty destructive against other enemy small boats like torpedo boats and gunboats. Most of your firing can be a bit tricky because of this thing on the aft of your ship, which sort of limits the firing area of your guns. However, it is recommended to engage your enemy by turning your sight onto your enemy, just like you do when you are controlling a large cruiser or battleship. Treat this small gunboat should be treated as a sort of a small cruiser because of its armor and pretty strong artillery armament. Besides two 85mm cannons, you also have a pretty powerful 37mm automatic anti-air cannon, which can engage enemy boats which are closer than 2 kilometers to you automatically, and its shells are powerful enough to deal substantial damage to small craft. One weak side of this armored gunboat is its slow speed, which is limited at 24 kilometers per hour. However, you have pretty decent maneuverability, which allows you to dodge for example, dodge torpedoes. And besides your 57mm automatic anti-air cannon, you also have two small turrets with two DSHK high caliber machine guns, which are mainly used useful against enemy's air targets. In general, the combination of a 37mm anti-air gun and two twin DSHK high caliber machine guns makes air attacks on your gunboat pretty difficult, if not suicidal, for lone enemy planes. Also, as you can see, usually a few good hits are enough to kill your enemy, because your 85 basically with its 285mm cannons. This gunboat is one of the is probably one of the heaviest armed small boats in this game. Another weak side of this armored gunboat is that because it's pretty low, I mean low in height, aiming your guns can be sometimes tricky because when you turn around your gunboat, you need to wait a bit after you stop turning for guns to stabilize and aim at enemy properly. However, if you do hit your enemy with your main guns, they are usually dead. Now I'm going to kill that torpedo boat. The main shell I recommend using high explosive shells mainly because most of your enemies are lightly armored or not armored at all, and some of your enemies may even happen to be wooden torpedo boats which will succumb to you after receiving one or two hits from your main cannons. Engaging your enemies from short distances can be harder than firing at them with your main caliber from afar. However, don't forget that you also have an automatic anti-air cannon which is effective against small boats on short distances. Overall, it's a pretty fun board to use, and playing on it, in my opinion, is much more fun than playing on large battleships because the gameplay on armored gunboats is much more dynamic and is much quicker than on large battleships. You can also, if you are lucky enough, you can even kill an early destroyer with this gunboat, because your guns are pretty much powerful enough to bring down a destroyer. However, I do not recommend engaging destroyers alone, because one-on-one most destroyers will outgun and outperform you, and your slow speed will not allow you to run away from the enemy destroyer. Your armor is enough to take many hits from enemy machine guns, including heavy machine guns such as M2 Browning and DSHK, and it's also enough to protect you from the small high explosive shells and their fragments, and some small caliber anti-air guns. Well, anyway, the battle is coming to an end. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and please support Ukraine in whatever way you can. Slava Ukraini, and see you later.